Hey everyone, it's Cecilia and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing how to make a quick and easy backdrop for your planner photos or for your planner videos. So if you're interested in seeing that, keep watching. So what you're going to need for this project is a poster board, or you can use one of those foam boards from the Dollar Tree, and I will post a picture of that in the video here. You're going to need a ruler, and you're going to need a cutter of some sort or a pair of scissors, and you're going to need some of these wallpaper from the Dollar Tree, and you're only going to need 4 of these. So these are the Main Street Wall Creations wallpaper from Dollar Tree, and they do come in several different styles, and I'm going to post a picture here of some of the few that I found. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So there's 4 of these wallpapers, and what we're going to do is we are going to fit them nicely because they fit really nicely on here, and we are going to just put the 4 just like this, and that's the way they're going to look. So I'm going to take those back out just for now so we can go ahead and get this process started. What I like to do is, let me see if I can move this up. I like to start on this edge here on the bottom right hand edge, and I'm just going to peel this back. And you don't want to peel too much, you just want enough to kind of get it set here. Let's see if I can get you in frame here. I'm going to try to move it so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so now there's the corner. So we're just going to peel this back, and we want to get it all the way to the edge. So try not to get it stuck until you need to stick it. Okay, so that, see if I can peel that. Nope, it's not going to come back up. So again, you want to get it as close as possible so you don't have to cut anything off. But as you can see, as you can see, it got stuck before I could set it straight. So now we're just going to take the ruler and we're going to slide it across as we're pulling the backing. So you see I'm pulling the backing here, and we're just sliding the ruler across. And the hope of this is you want to get this as even as possible so you don't have any overflow right there. But because mine actually set down before I wanted it to, so be careful with that when you're putting it down, because it will try to stick to the paper before you want it to. So I always start in this corner here, and then I move to this section here. So now I'm going to grab another one of these, and since that one ends like that, you want to make sure that the next one is the double one, okay? So make sure you do that. And then this one might be a little bit off because, like I said, this one is crooked. But that's okay, you can cut it. It's still going to work out. So let's go ahead and peel the backing on this one. We're going to do the same thing, okay? And I probably peeled too much. We're going to try to get it as straight as possible to this one here. And I probably went too far. That's okay though. If you go too far, it's okay because you're not going to see the edging that much on your video or on your photo picture. So that's okay if you go a little bit more. We're just trying to get it. I mean, I'm going pretty fast with this, so if you take your time, you probably can get them a little bit straighter than I'm getting them, but you'll at least get the idea of how you can make a quick and easy backdrop for your pictures. So see, there's that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the other 2. So this is what I wanted to show you. Let me see if I can get this in frame here. So these are going to be a little long for this, and I want to see how we want to do this. So since this one has the 2 on the bottom, I'm going to put the same one. You can do whatever you want really, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the same one here, okay? So we're going to put the same one here, and then let's see if I can move you over. Over here on this edge, you see it doesn't go that far, right? So what I like to do is just take something, and you can take your nail, you can take the ruler. I don't know if the ruler will. So you just want to take the ruler up against this, and hopefully it won't cut it. I don't think it will. I just used my nail, but if you have something that you could run it against this edge here, you can just run it up against the edge and make yourself a line, because what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. Okay, so then we're going to take our trimmer and we're going to trim that piece off so that it fits there. So you can see my line is probably a little bit crooked, but I'm going to go with the line from the bottom because I think that's probably even. Okay, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to come back and put this piece in here. So now you can see there's the piece, and I'm going to set it right here, and I'm going to do the same process that I did with the other two. And we're just going to take the backing off. I'm going to try to line it up here. Okay, so we're just going to take the backing off just a little bit, and we're going to line it up like we did the other one. We're going to try to get it as straight as possible and make those lines even. So you want to try to get the lines even here. See, that went up. If you can pull it back up, if you don't want it to be like uneven like this, you can try to pull it back up. It might come back up. It's tearing now, so I'm just going to have to leave it like that. But as you can see, I went a little bit too far right there. You're not going to be able to tell too much, but now I kind of wrinkled up the paper, so now we're going to have to straighten that out. So I'll come back and fix that piece there. But I'm just going to pull this. So maybe once you get it down, if you can lift it back up, you can try, but if it's not too crooked, I would just recommend leaving it because you don't want it to get offset like mine did. There's a little piece that's sticky over here, but we're going to cut that off, so that's not a problem. And I will try to get those air bubbles out. So now we're just going to put this next piece up here, and we're going to try to fit it the same way. So we're going to do this here. Okay, so then we're going to set it right there where it needs to go, and then we're going to try to follow the line here and just make a line. It should make a little indentation so you can see where the line's at. So that's the good thing about this. Okay, so there's the line. Now we're just going to bring the cutter back over. We're going to cut this. That one looks a lot straighter. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. And we're going to do the same to this piece. We're going to take the backing. And we're going to try not to get it crooked there. Okay, that looks pretty straight. So I'm going to leave it like that. And then we're just going to roll it across. See, what you don't want to do what I just did. I just let the paper fall down before I grab the ruler. So try to keep the paper up and then just smooth it across with the ruler and then pull this paper, because if you let too much down, you might get more air bubbles. So let me see if I can move this. I'm trying to. Okay, so there's that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now, as you can see, because I came too far from the edge here, it's not a big deal. We can cut that, so we're not going to worry about that. Or you could just leave it as is, because this is such a big backdrop, you're not going to see it in your pictures anyway. So you don't necessarily have to cut that. But we are going to cut this piece back here because there's an extra piece here. And the only reason we're going to cut these pieces off is because it's going to stick to your surface. So we don't want it to be sticking to the surface. So we are going to cut these. So any sticky part you want to cut off. So that's all you need to do. When you're cutting, try not to cut the paper, the poster board. I mean, if you did, it's not going to make a huge difference because it's on the outline of it anyway. So it's such a big poster board that you're going to have plenty of room for the backdrop. So there's just a little sliver there. And then over here, there is a little piece right here that I'm going to cut. So had I put these even, you wouldn't have to do this, but because I laid them down just a tad bit too fast, they did come off a little crooked. Now it's all done. If you want to cut the edges, you can cut these edges because I put them a little bit off, but you don't have to because like I said, this surface is so big. Let's take a look here. If you wanted to take a picture of your sticker books, or if you wanted to take a picture of your planner, you're not going to see that edge, that border edge, because the focus is right here in this area. So it's just going to be this center focus here. So the edges really don't matter. So you don't really need to fine tune it unless you really want to. But that's it. That is a poster board and the Dollar Tree wallpapers as a backdrop. But I also wanted to share another one with you because they do have different styles of wallpaper. So this is the first one that I made. I made this one yesterday and I really like this one. I took my time because it wasn't recording. I took my time to place it and it came out really nice. So, but one thing that I wanted to mention to you as well is you can actually make two backdrops from one poster board. And I didn't do that this time because I wanted to show you how to make one. But if you wanted to, you can buy 4 additional ones and then you could use the back side. And then you could have a different background on the back and then you can have a different one on the front. So you would have 2 backdrops for your planner pictures and your Instagram photos or anything that you wanted to really use this for. And another good thing is because I don't know if you guys are like me, but sometimes I move around when I'm planning. So I don't always plan in my craft room. So this is very easy to pick up and take. So if you wanted to go and make a video in another room, look how easy. You just pick it up and you take it with you. And it's not stuck to any one surface. So that makes it really easy. So that is the DIY easy and cheap backdrop for your videos or for your Instagram photos. Really, you can use it for whatever you'd like. I just wanted to share that with you because I seen these wallpapers at the Dollar Tree and I thought it would be a great idea, especially for people that are just getting started on Instagram or on YouTube. And if you want to change up your background, this is a great way to do that. Also, there are other ways that you can make this too. You don't only have to use the wallpaper from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree also has a lot of different colors of vinyl that you could use. So if you wanted to make a solid color one, you could do that as well. But they also have the cabinet liners that come in different styles and different colors that you could try using as well. So there are a lot of different options to make a backdrop. So I hope this helped you in some way. If it did and you got inspiration from it, please leave a comment below. And also don't forget to like this video because it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please be sure to click that subscribe button below. Thanks for watching. I'll share again with you soon.